Hi kids, welcome to Disney Animation Reviews. I'm Josiah Melky, and we've got a big Disney history to get through before we talk about today's movie. In fall of 2005, Disney released their first fully computer-animated non-Pixar film, Chicken Little. And if you saw my review of that one, you know that that film did really well at the box office, which was good for Disney, but it also got the worst reviews of any animated Disney feature in the canon up to that point, which was bad for Disney. Disney did go out on a high note at the end of 2005 with their live-action holiday film, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which did really well at the box office, got decently good reviews, and won the Academy Award for Best Makeup. In 2006, Disney did not have an animated feature film within the canon. Though in some countries, 2000's Dinosaurs taken out and replaced with the 2006 computer-animated Disney feature film, The Wild. However, that film didn't do as good at the box office as Chicken Little did, and it got worse reviews than Chicken Little. For those of you who live in America, you're lucky because The Wild's not part of the canon here in the States. Also in 2006, Disney had a battalion of live-action films like Eight Below, starring the late Paul Walker, and The Shaggy Dog, starring Tim Allen. There was the Disney Channel original movie High School Musical, which proved to be a big hit with audiences, including myself. There was the Disney Channel TV series Hannah Montana, starring Miley Cyrus, which I really enjoy. For the summer of 2006, Disney and Pixar had their 7th feature film, Cars, directed by John Lasseter, which did well at the box office, though it did not surpass Pixar's last 4 movies from Toy Story 2 through The Incredibles, but it still did really well, and it got decently good reviews, though it is the first Pixar movie to have less than 90% on the Rotten Tomatoes site. Still, good reviews, and it was the second highest grossing Disney film of the year, behind their other big summer release, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which made over $1 billion at the worldwide box office, first Disney film to reach that milestone, and won the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. Cars received 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song for Our Town, which was the Randy Newman song that James Taylor performed, and Cars won the first ever Golden Globe Award for Best Animated Feature. For fall of 2006, they concluded the Santa Claus trilogy with the Santa Claus 3 The Escape Clause, starring Tim Allen and Martin Short. And for early 2007, they had the live-action film Bridge to Terabithia, starring Josh Hutcherson and Anna Sophia Robb. The subject of today's review is Disney's 47th full-length animated feature film, Meet the Robinsons. It's also their second fully computer-animated feature film without Pixar. Originally scheduled for release Christmas 2006, and ultimately pushed back to the end of March 2007, the movie is very loosely based on the book A Day with Wilbur Robinson by William Joyce, creator of Roly Poly Oly, and the production designer on the Blue Sky feature film, Robots. Meet the Robinsons, actually, while they were working on it, in early 2006, Disney acquired Pixar, and John Lasseter became the CEO, or boss, of both Disney Feature Animation and Pixar Animation. When he took a look at Meet the Robinsons, he was unhappy with how it was turning out, and asked that the villain be more scary and threatening. They changed a few more things, and Meet the Robinsons became what it is today. Meet the Robinsons is a mixed bag compared to Chicken Little. Oh, it got much better reviews than Chicken Little, which was good, but it only made about $169 million worldwide, which was less money than what Chicken Little made. Still, it was a decent hit. It was one of the top 5 highest grossing animated feature films of the year, and I think I remember fairly enjoying it when it first came to the theater. Disney had been promoting it all the way back to spring of 2006. I think the earliest movie it was a preview on was the DVD edition of High School Musical. So by the time it finally got to theaters and people got to see it, I bet everybody was tired of the trailer. But it's actually a decent little film, so let's talk about it. So Meet the Robinsons is the story of Louis, a young inventor who is 12 years old at the start of the film and has been desperately trying to find a family to adopt him, The problem is, his inventions have scared off more than 100 families wanting to adopt. He decides to invent a memory scanner so he can at least remember his mother to try to figure out why she gave him up for adoption. However, it gets ruined and stolen by a bowler hat guy, and so Wilbur Robinson, a kid from the future, takes Lewis to the future where Lewis meets his family, the Robinsons, and they team up to get the time machine back, stop bowler hat guy, fix Lewis's memory scanner, and find him a family. When I first saw this film, I think I remember enjoying it. Lewis is a character I can definitely relate to because I'm quirky in my own special way, which causes problems for me and my family and keeps me from making friends, but Lewis and I have both learned to grow from our mistakes and to just keep moving forward, which is the basic model of the film. It's a model that Walt Disney himself lived by, as stated in a nice quote they have at the end of the film from Walt. Each of the Robinsons has their own unique personality. Like, you've got Grandpa Bud, who wears his clothes backwards and keeps losing his false teeth. Uncle Art, who delivers pizzas from outer space. Wilbur's mom, Franny, who conducts frogs to sing and play music. Everybody has their own distinct personality. The villain, Bowler Hat Guy, might seem kind of weak at first, but there's actually a twist on who he is that I did not see coming. And I don't think most of you will either. The animation is pretty good. It's definitely gotten better from Chicken Little, even though it had been more than 10 years since computer animation first became the norm for feature films, going all the way back to Toy Story. I really love the design of the future. Everybody travels in bubbles. They've got some rides borrowed from Disneyland. It's basically the kind of future I would like to live in back then, from 10 or 20 years from now. The voice cast is all great. Although they have some lesser knowns, like the kids that voice Lewis, Daniel Hansen and Jordan Fry, and Wesley Singerman, the voice of Wilbur, they do have some celebrities like Angela Bassett, Nicole Sullivan, Laurie Metcalf, Tom Selleck, the late Adam West. Plus, they've got some of the filmmakers doing voices, like the director, Steve Anderson. This was Steve's first time directing a feature film for Disney Feature Animation. He joined Disney as a story artist on Tarzan, and was also story supervisor on The Emperor's New Groove and Brother Bear before making his directing debut on this film. The music by Danny Elfman is both powerful and emotional. Danny Elfman always does a great job with his music. Some of the movies I've seen with his score, like Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, Danny Elfman always does a good job. Plus, there's some good songs performed by the likes of the All-American Rejects, Rufus Wainwright, and Jamie Cullum, and the main song is Little Wonders, written and performed by Rob Thomas. Plus, if you get the soundtrack, there's a couple of bonus tracks of some real-life songs. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow from Disneyland's Carousel of Progress, performed by They Might Be Giants, and Kids of the Future, which is a new version of Kids in America, performed by the Jonas Brothers for the Disney Channel enthusiasts. So the songs are all pretty good. Not Renaissance era catchy, but I like them. So, well, Meet the Robinsons probably won't be top 10 or even top 20 on my Disney Animated Features list. I do enjoy it for what it is. It's colorful, it's got great characters, villain's kind of weak, but the bottom line, the story and most of the characters and the animation help make the film a pretty good film. So, go ahead, give Meet the Robinsons a try. If you don't return to it daily or yearly, I don't blame you, but I do say give it a shot. Meet the Robinsons was released on DVD and Blu-ray fall 2007, with bonus features including deleted scenes, music videos by Rob Thomas and the Jonas Brothers, a family tree game where you can help Lewis piece together his family, behind-the-scenes look at the making of the film, another featurette on real-life inventions, and an audio commentary from the director. And the Blu-ray adds more deleted scenes and another game called Bowler Hat Guy Barrage, which is basically you taking control of a spaceship and having to shoot at targets. Should be fairly simple for the kids. Adults and older kids probably won't enjoy it, though, since it's apparently too easy. But otherwise, lots of good bonus features on both the Blu-ray and the DVD. The movie is pretty good, and so that's my thoughts on Meet the Robinsons. It's probably not the best animated Disney feature ever, but it's one of the better ones. So, yeah, give this one a shot. See what you think of it. Like I said, I've only seen it it's been a while since I've seen it, but I do remember fairly enjoying it when it came out, so if you haven't seen this one, give it a shot. We're almost to the end of the post-Renaissance, pre-revival era of Disney feature animation. Luckily, the last film in this era is a bright spot before we get to the really good stuff in the revival era. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Remember, when you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Goodbye!